All right, and we should be streaming. We should be live and everything.
Cameras?
Huh?
Yeah, the cameras work.
Cameras are working. Yep. I saw Nick's eyes go up, so that means we can start. Welcome to the Action Sturge, everybody. And now with less technical difficulties than before. Hopefully. Now I jinxed it. So, yeah, welcome to the game. We are following the adventures of the Golden Company as they make their way through Waterdeep, chasing a big treasure. Now, there's been tons of political alliances and character alliances with NPCs. Some of which are happy with you, some of which are not so happy with you. You've definitely drawn the ire of the Xanatar Guild. We've just recently learned that there may be some infighting in the Xanatar Guild, and you have uncovered the Stone of Galore, which is the secret key to all this treasure that's hidden somewhere in the city. But it is in the grasp of someone else. So,
thanks, Nick.
So the search goes on.
I'm sorry, but somebody got caught by the guy.
So the search goes on. Last session, you guys got bailed out of prison by the mage staff herself. Or the mage staff? Blackstaff, yeah, the Blackstaff herself. In good faith that you would take care of this this intellect devourer possession problem that's going on in the city, and
but not because she wants it. It's because we're just so bad and evil.
No, I have personal grunge.
Grunge?
Grunge. Personal grunge.
People on fucking kind of dark flannel.
Hey, what's up,
tear down over one eye.
This looks fun. Oh, thank you very much. Well, we're playing some D&D.
It's ass grudge.
If you're jumping in, I would just there's a lot of baggage, but I would just but the antics are always fresh, so I would just sit back and enjoy the antics. So yeah. So we'll start off the session like we do most sessions in the tavern. It's morning time. We'll go around the table. You guys can sort of introduce yourselves and give a little snippet of what you're doing on this morning.
That's one of my victims warning from that.
As a dog who's being shamed for eating cat poop. He's got a nose full of litter.
It's Hunter.
If you want to put the foam under the mic.
Yeah, just screw this. Want to start here?
Yeah, let's start with Ravarakas.
My name is Ravarakas. I am a cleric to the best and only god Merkel.
Alaska.
Lizard folk. I really like dead things. I'm kind of that person that, they stay on the side of the road, they look for roadkill and then taxidermy it or use the skull for later use. What I would be doing this morning is, usually I'm up, I have either a skincare routine for my scales or I'm organizing my jars. I think today I will come down and I will try to peek at Rasputin again and see what craziness he's up to.
Okay. Yeah, and of course he's as soon as you approach the kitchen, you can hear things like pots and pans banging and things flying around.
Maybe I see some mysterious red liquid coming out from underneath the door.
There's nothing mysterious about it. It's definitely raspberry jam.
Oh.
So I'm cracking up at a lizard clerk.
Cleric! Did I say clerk?
Maybe. It's got your little green visor.
I'm talking through the glass panel.
Although you might if you're counting your little
knuckles.
knuckle bones and stuff. What knuckle do? But yeah, you'll hear pots and pans flying around, and then you'll see Claire kind of like runs out of the kitchen, and she like slams the door behind her, and she's got like eyes wide, and she's scared, but she looks over at you and she says, "Oh, Master Ravicus, or Master
That's mascot burger to you, bitch! I'm gonna look down at the red liquid, not knowing it's raspberry jam. I'm gonna look at her and her panic state. Like, I knew there was a murder. So then I like, no, go into the kitchen.
And you just blow it. Yeah. And as you do, you can see that what's his name? Rasputin. Yeah. Rasputin is in there, and he's got just like a huge tray full of like jelly danishes, and he's just like putting the jelly in, and like you're like,
Lift up the tray. Where's the body?
He says, out to the kitchen, out to the kitchen.
Where's the body?
He says, there's no body here.
Nobody.
All you smell is the wonderful smell of early morning pastries.
I sit dejectedly at the bar.
What about Eleonora?
Are we doing introductions too?
Yeah, sure. You can give yourself a little bit.
So I'm Eleonora. I'm a rogue changeling, and I like weapons and killing people.
Oh, is she cute?
I'm like 4 feet tall.
I think you're like 2 inches.
Yeah, like 2 feet tall. Sorry, I overshot that a little bit.
You know short girls.
And then every morning I always like make sure all my weapons are sharpened and stuff like that. And then I have a crush on Rab, so I'll see her like walking down to the bar, so I'll follow her there. And I guess I'll just sit at the bar.
You're already sitting at the stool, you're like,
yeah.
Can I get a drink, please? What's for breakfast?
Yes, and the smell of jelly danishes is like filling the entire bottom level of the bar. How about Kat?
Oh, I'm Kat. I'm a human rogue. I like shiny things. And I dream of owning my own pawn shop where I sell my stolen objects.
Outside the freaking manor?
You want to fence your own goods?
Yes. And what I'll be doing is I'll be out in the streets trying to find a good pickpocket.
Okay.
A good pickpocket or a good pocket to pick?
Yeah, good pocket to pick. I messed
Do you
up.
pick pickpockets?
Pickpockets.
She goes around picking other rogues.
Do you pick the pockets of
That's like way to
pickpockets?
report it.
And how do you pick the pickpocket you're going to pick? Whose pocket you're going to pick?
Well, let's pick the pocket.
Well, duh. It's a pocket for picking.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think at some point, like, people, like, just, like, subconsciously start, like, not going in that area, like, in front of the troll school manor. Like,
They go
like,
straight
every time I walk through that neighborhood, I lose something. What about you, good sir?
I am Hunter. I'm a human with the mark of handling. I'm a wildfire druid. I like animals and making sure Cat doesn't kill everyone.
It really sounds deadly.
Sacred,
Yeah, I
sacred
kill
task.
people, not her.
She does if it's shiny. You do it for fun.
It's like a glare.
Do it for the shiny.
Powerful.
That's what I said. You do it for
She
shiny.
And he
She
was
does it
rotten.
for fun.
Do it if it's shiny.
Anyway.
That's what he do. Oh, I can bring up the,
I'm trying to think of what I'd be doing for the lag.
yeah.
Nope, still there.
It might just be the camera. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm off where I'm supposed to be, but I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Brittany's in my frame for once.
So you love animals and you stop.
Stop Cat from killing people over shiny things.
Okay.
We're phrasing this.
I would
Try.
say, how effective is that?
It's not effective. And this morning I'm trying to collect more frogs to find the intellect of ours. Because that's what Derek told me to do last night.
What are you using for audio? We are using
The Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti. Well, very cool. Derek?
I'm Derek, half elven warlock, unintentional leader of the Golden Company, and I'm just trying to figure out a way to get the stone back from Ezame. Purple eyed chick.
Azrelia?
Esvili?
Esvili.
Ooh, he's super in love.
Alright.
And that's, I'm just racking my brain.
Okay.
And
And
I
then,
know she's what? She's the Ward of Haven tree.
So we
Who's
can't
a
even
harper.
kill her.
Can turn people to stone, and this is gonna be a tough one, guys.
and then Barthol.
I am the Deacon Smith. I will be playing Bartholomew.
3 times.
He's a tavern head of the Troll Skull Manor. Also a founding member of the Golden Company. And imagine today, like usual, I'm just taking inventory, going through all the kegs and whatnot. And I'm probably even trying to gain some rapport with Rasputin in hopes of an internship in the kitchen.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely the whole bottom level of the Troll Skull Manor is just filled with the smell of fresh baked goods, and as you float down the stairs by your nose, being helped by the scent, you down towards the kitchen. You can see that he has this dazzling array. Every counter is filled with a tray full of Danishes.
My good man, that looks delicious.
Ah, yes, it is very delicious.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Keep up the good work, sir.
He says, he kind of looks at you.
I'm just smooching at this point.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and he says, "You think I won't do good work? You think I'm going to stop
Now you're
doing?
offended.
You think I'm going to stop doing good work one day?"
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh no, because Bartholomew has told me to do good work. I will do good work. He slams the kitchen door.
It's gonna take some work. This is gonna be a challenge.
Hey, watch your shoes. There's raspberry jam on the floor. I promise. I promise. I didn't do anything. I was swiftly asked to leave the kitchen, and it was mildly uncomfortable.
You were just as disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check the audio real fast.
Okay. And then,
So wait, Rav has finally found a human that can make her uncomfortable.
right?
Something's not right about that boy.
Alright. And then the day begins. So, so you had, Derek had started to touch on kind of, I guess, the daily briefing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
What would later become the, the inspiring...
Yeah, the 10-minute inspiring speech.
I'm turning
With added calisthenics when I can't think of anything to say.
down.
On here or on there?
No, let me try it on here first.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it down on there. Yeah.
Okay. I shall turn the game down. Was that, what's his name? James?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, James. Thank you, James.
James Longbottom?
To what?
Between right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Cause it's picking everything up, movement comes out, anyone getting out, blocked by. Yeah, it picks up everything. Alright, cool. So let me know how that sounds. So Derek, you touched on a couple things about the objectives at hand.
Yes.
That works.
Still working. Just continue on.
Okay. And do you have more to say on that, or?
Yeah, Hunter told us it was her, and we gotta figure out a way to get in there, get her back, not get caught. Because I don't know what kind of power she has, but her sponsor, patron, whatever you call it,
Yes.
does have quite a bit of power.
Yeah.
I really want to move the camera.
Hmm?
I really want to move the camera.
What camera?
Our camera.
Oh, because it's slightly off.
Now, did you want to find out more intel on that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Who would you go to about that? I don't. Oh, maybe Rainer. Maybe Rainer could tell you.
Yes, he's still upstairs, I think.
Huh?
Or at least that's where we left him late last night.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's around.
Preach it. Oh, keep going.
The cat.
Sing it, girl.
The cat. The song of the cat.
Sing it. Something like that.
Yeah. So he's since he mingles with those people all the time, like he's a good source of information about the upper class, I guess.
Okay.
The nobles of the city.
Well, I'm going to spread it out.
Okay.
So I'm not going to, like, just hammer in on Haven Tree and Esbon.
Okay.
Don't want to look too suspicious. Just,
All right.
we got all this stuff going on with the nobles and all that stuff. I just need a better roadmap of what I'm looking at.
Okay. Give me a charisma check of some sort.
21 on the persuasion.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. 21. That will be a great success, and so you'll be able to extract whatever information you want out of him without it like arousing any suspicions of you, King. And so you can just ask me directly what you want to know, and I'll tell you. And then and he's none the wiser. He just thinks you're making a legit chat.
I don't even know what I really want to know. Come back to me on it.
Okay. So you're doing that. You're getting some information on that. What are the rest of you doing? What would the rest of you like to do?
Getting some frogs.
Getting some what?
Frogs.
Frogs.
For the finding of the intellectual hours.
Oh. Now, did we decide that it was all frogs or just the one frog?
Green frogs?
It was one particular frog we found, but
Right.
you never say anything about all frogs.
Right.
But we do know at least one specific one. Apparently they're pretty common since the little kid has found 5 in a day.
Yeah, and that kid's out there, and he, as you come out, he says, "Oh, do you have another letter for me, mister?"
That was it.
No, but do you have any more frogs for me?
And he says, "Well, I just happen to have some frogs." And he takes off the kerchief of this blanket off this crate, and as he does, you see that the crate is just like stuffed full of frogs. Like there's like a frog, like frog legs like coming out. It's like of the seams. It's so stuffed. And he says, "Only a gold apiece."
He raised the price.
Yes, he did. They were so popular. He sold 5 in 24 hours.
He said, "I'm doing business in the northern ward now. Frogs cost money."
Do I get the pick?
He's got a little green visor on.
Do I get the pick if I give you a certain amount? Only got 9 gold.
9 gold, 9 frogs. He says, "I'll even make it an even 10 since your establishment is such has had such loyal patronage with our business."
Make it 15, we'll sponsor you.
He says, "Oh, sponsorship." He says, "Do you mean I can come in and sell frogs during your busy hours?"
I'm pretty sure I can try to convince them for that.
"Oh, I need something more than just a try. Look, nothing. He says nothing in this town gets done without a good old contract."
Well,
He says, "And I happen to have one right here."
I was told by Derek I should never sign paper anymore. Now that we're sponsored by Cat Litter from. Come with me and I'll introduce you to the 2 owners, and they'll be able to gladly get you what you need.
And he says, "Oh, all right." And he says, "Let me close down shop real quick." And he throws the blanket back over the frog box, and he follows you inside.
Cat, still the frogs.
Are we near each other?
Do we need to be?
Slimy is not shiny.
These frogs are very noticeably not shiny. Quite gross.
Very dull.
Can't blame me for trying.
So this kid comes into the bar with a crate full of frogs.
No, they're still outside.
Okay.
That sounded like the opening, the first half of a joke.
Hot never fails.
Oh, if I win 100, yes. Thank you, James. We'd be honored. Ravaracus and Eleonora, what shenanigans are you getting into?
I don't know.
Oh,
Eating raspberry jam.
She stole one off of the tray.
did you steal one?
Did.
Oh, give me a stealth check.
It doesn't matter. His passive perception is, but no, I'm kidding. You can still roll.
The DC is 33.
No, ignore it. No,
He's got spies.
Don't look at
Now pull a. Is that a
Yes,
train?
it is.
Yes, that is one of our mini sound effects.
It's as is tradition. I mean,
That is our train.
Where the damn low bills?
Is it sleight of hand or stealth?
Stealth.
28.
Okay.
Sorry, it was 33.
So as he's in there, like tending to, is like filling some of them, topping them, and whatever. And you like sneak in, you get one of these like delectable treats, and you just hightail it out of there, just like quick as anything. Maybe there's like a whole like stealth stealth theme music like as you like sneak in, and like maybe like Claire almost turns around at the last second, but you just like hide behind. I'm picturing you as a gingerbread man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Claire would say anything in it.
And oops. And
Cue the Pink Panther.
yeah, and then you just like maybe like launch yourself out of the kitchen window to like into the dining room onto the bar with your treat.
I stole one for her too.
Oh.
Yeah, it just goes down the chute. Like, there's no. I mean, it takes like an hour to eat. And it's like the size of her.
That's like food for 3
Yeah,
days.
she's filled. Like,
do you does Ramaracus like sweets or pastries? Morning pastries?
they're delicious.
I got it.
Yeah, but she got it just for me, so it's I just have to pretend this is a nice little grub I'm eating, and this is its intestines swishing around the inside of my mouth. But I mean, it's delicious.
You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, yes. I mean, if Eleanor had cooked it, it'd probably taste a lot better. But
I put bugs in it.
that's why it tastes different.
You like hop up and grab an eyeball from
she
the jar.
stuffs it in there. It's like,
oh, it's beautiful. And so you're bringing in this young boy with the frog.
Yeah.
This young boy with the contract into the shop here.
So remember
Now I'm
how,
upstairs.
Okay.
remember how Jerry told me not to sign papers anymore?
Mm-hmm.
So this boy has a proposition that we can get more of those frogs that we need. Boy, take it over.
And he says, "Well, sir," and he hops up on the counter, and he does like a little tap dance, and he stops with like some jazz hands and the contract extended, and he says, "I've been doing business with your friend here, and we've agreed that he will pay 9 gold for 15 frogs, and he will give us my humble shop a sponsorship and clearance to sell frogs during your peak business hours."
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's a great deal.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Since he doesn't represent the business side of this establishment, I will give you 2 gold per crate, once every 2 weeks.
2 gold per crate. Puts on his visor. Every 2 weeks.
No, you're wrong. He gets out his little calculator and he's
Yeah,
like,
his abacus.
Every 2 weeks, too.
And he says,
That's 500 throw.
but every frog is worth 1 gold apiece.
Oh, okay, well, take your frog somewhere else.
And he says, you're a hard bargain.
Well, I just know what we charge per frog legs, and it's not. You're wrong.
it's like $200.
He says, no, these frogs are special.
Are they magical frogs?
Yes.
All right. Let's have a demonstration.
And he says, well, I don't really know what they're magical for, but your boss seemed to be very enamored by them.
Well, he's not here right now.
He says, well, frog legs for eating, 2 gold a crate. Make it 5 gold a crate, and I can do that. I've got away with the frogs.
I'll give you 4.
4?
4 gold, and that's my final
I
offer.
can't even keep my shop open with 4.
You're 8 years old.
Well, I've still got to make a living.
Well, if you think you can find a better deal, be my guest.
He says, well, the tavern owner down at the field ward said he was going to give me 6. It's a lot more convenient to do it here, which is why I'm willing to lose the extra gold, but if I must, then I must.
Okay. 4 gold. 4 gold it is.
He says 5 gold, I can't go a single silver, copper less.
What about a gold?
Looks like we're going to be having sausages on the menu.
And he says, well, it was nice doing business with you, sir.
Have a good day. Come back when you're old enough to drink.
And he says, old enough to drink? He says, what is this?
I'm 22.
You're a short 22.
He says, I'm toasted as fuck right now.
Mobilia.
Maybe that's how he gets the frogs. We all gotta get drunk now.
So guys, and then he'll give you kind of like a sly look, and he'll say, perhaps 4.5 gold.
How do you make a half gold?
Copper?
They don't make golden dragons in halves.
Well, they make silvers.
We don't. This is a tavern. We round up and down.
He says, well, you are a shrewd businessman. I'll give you that.
I'm just going by what we charge for frog legs. Anything more than 4 is inconceivable.
And he says, very well. 4 gold will do just fine.
Oh.
It's gonna offer him something else.
That'd be a possible traumatic event in his life and a burn scar on his eye.
Okay, yeah.
A 2-headed crocodile red.
And so he'll bring in the crate full of frogs, and he'll stick his hand out for the 4 gold.
I'll give him the 4 gold, and I will say it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Do you have 4 gold?
Yeah, I got like 50 gold, I think.
Must be nice to have 9.
Plus we have the guild fund.
Do we have a guild fund?
Not much.
Not much of one. But we'll make it back. And I'll grab the crate, and I will kind of knock on the kitchen door.
No, not all of them are for food.
We'll grab me a handful.
I grab all the ones that look like the frogs that we've been getting.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Go play with your frogs, and I will knock on the kitchen door and Rasputin.
The guild.
Claire will open the door and be like, she'll be like, he's a bit busy right now. What can I help you with?
What I got?
Oh, you have to bring him around back. He hates deliveries through the kitchen, through the dining room.
Okay, I'll meet you around back. And I'll take him around and hand him off to Claire at the back.
Okay,
It's the back dock.
All right, yeah. So yeah.
Didn't even know we had a back dock.
Didn't know we had a dock.
All right. What else is going on? Oh, have you thought of what you wanted to do?
I mean, basically just everything about Haven Tree, like, where did she learn her magic? What kind of magic is it? Is she like?
He can tell you all about that stuff. So Haven Tree is, and it's actually not too hard to get him to talk about any of these people because he's turns out he's a bit of a gossip anyway. So let's see if I can get the. I don't want to leave anything out. Let me see if I can get the description here.
She's got Nicole.
So,
It's so funny because she's like, what?
yeah, it's like, it's been 40 minutes already. Yeah. Time flies. Yeah, Sophie, I'm so glad you're joining us. Sophie's one of the people that would show up for, Jackbox.
Oh, hello. What was their name? Was it Sophie?
Sophie, I can't remember what she would go by in the game. So when you're talking to Rainer about Romalia Haven Tree, he refers to her as Remy, and as they are old friends, and so he'll fill you in she is like an active force for good in the city. Her late husband, Arthagast, was killed by some assassins, and these assassins killed him so thoroughly that they actually destroyed his remains, so he couldn't be resurrected.
That's dedication.
Yeah, and she's she's got some children, and then as you know, she has that villa and whatnot. She learned her magic. I guess she's always been quite gifted with magic. Being a sun elf, she's quite gifted with magic. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of in her blood, as it were.
Sun elf.
And on top of that, he'll even mention to you that she, belongs to a secret. He's like, you didn't hear it from me, but she's pretty high up in a secret order who protects the innocent and brings down tyranny across the land. It's makes for quite a good story if you can get her to speak about it. Which you hardly can, unless you're a very trusted individual, like me, of course.
Of course.
Didn't you try to recruit one of us?
Oh yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
But I don't know that either. Alright. You know anything about her Esbali? Her ward?
Ah, yes, Esfali. Esfali was comes from a family that was exiled from Waterdeep a long time ago. Something about being involved in the slave trade. Very nasty business. However, since so much time has passed and Esfali shows so much promise to Remy, that she has sort of taken her under her wing and made her ward. She sees something in the girl that quite frankly most others do not. But I have to hand it to the young lady. She's definitely proven herself since she's been here in the city. She is one of the finest courtiers I've seen in a while.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's about
get from him. Everything else is going to have to be watching and figuring out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during the course of your of Kat's sort of, well, I guess what would you call it? Thieving or like what would be a more innocent name for that? Just
Window shopping.
window shopping. Yeah. So as you're window shopping, a small. Can I have a chip, please? A small silver bird or a small silver raven is going to land on a maybe like you're stealing some fruit or something from a vendor, and it's going to kind of like land on the canopy above, and sort of tweet out a little signature song to you that you recognize from before.
I'll just look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I tweet back to it or?
I don't know, do you?
Can you?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's tweet back to it.
Yeah, and it will come down and land on your shoulder, and it will say, "Put the fruit back."
I'm hungry. No.
I got my payment for that stealing.
Why should I put the fruit back?
And she says, because I gave you payment the last time. I thought we were doing things honestly now.
I never agreed to that.
And she says,
Plays a recording of you saying
yeah, like exactly your voice, yeah.
This is honestly, I paid him earlier.
And,
check your recording. You're not doing
The bird is real.
hmm?
He was asking about the birds tweeting outside.
Yeah, right? It's one of our many studio sound effects.
We naturally
This guy is
obtain
on
all
top
our
of our
effects.
sound.
Somebody's got some skull candies with.
Well, she is going to say, so you're not going to put the fruit back?
No.
Okay. And she says, as the little raven flies away, she says, I'll be there to see you in person shortly.
Ooh.
Can I disguise myself? I have a disguise
Yeah,
kit.
sure, absolutely.
Can I just beat?
Go ahead and disguise yourself.
Okay.
Where are you at?
I'm upstairs getting information from radio.
So how do you disguise yourself? How do you make yourself look different?
I don't know. I definitely want to hide my face,
Okay.
but I don't want to make it obvious that I'm hiding my face.
Okay.
It's like a big straw hat.
Alright, noted. So after your guys' little like jelly tart date, what do you is there anything you would have planned for the day? Not really. So
I don't really know what else I'm doing. So I'm just waiting around for dead things.
Same.
okay.
I'm waiting around to kill things.
Okay. So
That's how we bond.
Murder and bodies.
yeah, so you'll be sitting, so I guess you're in the bar as well. You guys, all three of you are like in the bar part of the tavern, right?
Maybe I might be walking around back around the building. To
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come
So,
back in.
so you guys will be sitting out there. Dava will come through the door, and you guys may or may not recognize. I don't know.
I've seen him.
Yeah, you've seen him. So,
I just haven't really spoken to him because I'm not a speaker.
right. So he will come through the door, and in his dressed to the nines, but like effortlessly so. Like he's dressed so well that he just makes it look effortless everywhere he goes.
Did you come out of jail wearing that? Because that's the last time we saw him. Right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he says, and he'll say, yes, I actually was coming to speak to your boss, co-owner about
Derek.
Yes, the one the same.
I guess I would go up to Derek's room first instinctively and knock on the door.
Oh, but I do have a few questions for you as well. Thanks. And
Do you want your fortune read too?
oh no, I'm not into such cheap carnival tricks.
Cheap carnival tricks. This is a
Yes.
gift bestowed upon me by a god.
And your pitch sounds amazing, but I don't really believe in such things as
You want to kill somebody?
fortune
right?
telling.
That makes me angry. Go on. Ask me a question. Ask me a question about the future you wish to know.
Oh.
Do it!
Just yank him up by the lapels.
Yeah.
Ask the question.
I'll hold him by his ponytail.
He says,
Oops, this is old Rav.
and he's dead.
Yeah.
So he says, well, if since you're so insistent, I'm placing bets today on horses. What do you think what do you think will happen if I place my bets on the what's a good racing horse name from D&D?
Silk sheets.
Silk Sheets. That's perfect. He says, I'm going to bet everything on Silk Sheets today at the horse track.
Augury. I'll ask.
Just throw down the knuckle bones.
Yeah. You know. Usually I have a really nice prep, but I'm just like. But I guess I'll ask. I guess like a yes or no question, or both, or nothing. I'll ask if Dabble places all of his money, his betting money, on Silk Sheets, will he win? We'll end well, nothing.
Okay. And it will say, wheel.
I think it's a splendid idea that you put all your money on Silk Sheets. All of it.
He says, what's another good horse racing name?
Big Montana.
I'll be there watching if you don't place your money there.
He says, well, I've heard Big Montana's quite, a lot of people are betting on Big Montana.
Well, I think it's wise that you stick to Silk Sheets, because I'm not going to waste another fucking spell slot to double check for Big Montana.
And he says, perhaps I will. Will you put me down now, please?
Oh yeah, sorry.
And
Okay,
your,
what else did you have
and
to
your
ask?
little friend here.
She's not little.
What is this, a familiar?
She's fun-sized.
I thought little.
Yeah, the knife is the size of her.
Is it a familiar of some sort? A homunculi?
This is
my friend.
Turn
Yes.
into him.
Oh!
And he kind of like recoils and he says, "Oh, one of those."
What is that
I
supposed to
pull out
mean?
my other knife.
That's it. I grab a bar stool knife.
Yeah.
What
I
is,
can now that I can actually pick it up.
what is that supposed to mean?
He says, "Well, I've recently had a bad interaction with one of your kind."
What is that supposed to mean?
racist.
What was your friend's name again? What was her name?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Bonnie. That bitch.
Was perchance her name Bonnie?
One and the same. Doesn't surprise me. But you would know her.
I am nothing like Bonnie.
No.
We are not the same kind.
Well, her and that man that she has found, or whatever your kind call it, they're definitely made for one another.
That I agree with.
She did me out of 20 dragons.
Well, how did they do that?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Yeah.
What other questions did you have for us before I summon Master Derek?
He
You
says,
totally would not call me that.
I know I would.
he says, oh yes, I've heard around town that you're becoming friendly with the Castellantons.
Me specifically, or the whole manor?
The whole manor.
I don't know if friendly is the correct term. She still very much hates me to my very core, but she can tolerate me.
Well, that sounds about, sounds like every relationship she has. Except that of her husband and her children, who she loves very dearly. At least it is believed so. That such a cold reptilian thing could love, and he kind of looks at you and he says, I mean, not to say.
You are a man of many insults, Davos Stormstrong.
And
but you're lucky I have such thick skin. Oof! Flex my scales.
And
they'll pop out.
And wondrous power we'll see when I bet on silk sheets today. So he will point through the window, and across the market square, he'll like point out a tiefling dressed up in like a very fancy kind of fancy casual, I guess, like suit. Stuff they got like inlaid thread, like threading, and he's got like the ruffled collar and whatnot. And he's got these like tinted spectacles that he's wearing, and he's kind of just like hanging out on the other side of the street watching. And he says, well, I would keep out because it appears she has eyes on you. That's her man, Winifred.
No, he doesn't scare me. I know she has her eyes on me.
Well, off to it then. I wouldn't get too closely involved.
That's a little
Williford's the one that made my list, wasn't it?
Hey, where's that windscreen?
Can we talk?
Yeah, real quick.
Alright, excuse me, one second. Oh.
Camera quake!
Gosh darn camera.
Yeet. Alright, game plan while the DM's go.
Yeah.
Hey, bring the windscreen back with you.
The windscreen?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the phone one.
But
Alright,
you
roll
were just
play for a
trying.
second, y'all.
I saw you trying.
She's trying not to murder over here.
Well, I'm trying not to murder anybody.
So,
I'm about to murder everybody.
Weddings. I'm never getting married.
It's a lot. From everyone. When they weren't getting along.
oh man.
I luckily dodged the wedding bullshit.
No, between this wedding and my sister's wedding, I already didn't want to get married, but now I know that I don't. It's just stressful, like knowing people who are getting married, let alone actually getting married.
Alright.
I'm just going to get a paper.
If you ever do want to make that commitment, look into hand fasting and stuff like that. The pagans do a lot easier.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've been to several hand fastings, so they're just beautiful.
So I like to imagine you come down the stairs and it's like one of the soapy sitcoms where like you hear the applause and I come walking in the front door with like an empty crate.
Terry, you want to hear my idea for how to use those frogs? So I can summon creatures, make some hawks to fly around with the frogs underneath them.
You want to tie some frogs to some hawks. I don't know if that's going to work because The frogs responded by feeling mortal terror. I think tying them to a hawk is going to throw off their radar a little bit.
Friendly hawks. Well, I don't have anything that they probably won't be terrified. So just make a frog army.
Plus, how would we know when the frog's feeling what it's feeling?
They come back when they pinpoint where it's coming from. That's what my idea was. Either that or just do this number.
Is that within the realm of... I don't know what kind of range it takes. Or...
I don't know if it has a max range. I know it has max range to do it.
Yeah. At what range the frog can step?
Oh, true. Bird lands on every freaking house.
I personally just kind of like the idea of carrying one in a jar and walking around the city. Granted, we could rig something up with you, and you could do it much faster as an animal.
I think we're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll be back. Never mind.
It's got a cute little hat now.
Bump your foot. Oh, you're fine.
Cute little mushroom hat now.
That'll help with I think that'll help with the base.
Huh?
The base they was talking about, I think it's from the fan.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sorry about that, everybody. We are back. Did you guys roleplay while I was gone?
Not really.
No, we talked about hand fasting.
Hand fasting.
Hand fasting. I don't know what it
We'll
is.
be back.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, what?
We're just going outside.
Oh, okay.
We're listening.
All right. Well, okay. So, where were we at? I lost track.
Devil.
Dabble. Oh, yes, Dabble was talking to Rabracus. And so he's pointed out Willfort, and he will make his way to where Derek is to find Derek. He'll come in. He'll see Raynor, and he'll see you and Raynor, and I can't quite remember. Do Raynor and Dabble? Do they have a specific kind of relationship?
I think
Nah, I don't know.
all I heard from Raynor was basically not to do business with him.
Right. Okay. So
But I don't know what on a personal level.
Right. So when Dabble comes in, Raynor kind of he's joyously talking to you, and then he stops cold. He says, "Dabble," and he says, "Right." And Raynor says, "Derek, I didn't know you kept such low company. Did I warn you about doing business with this man?"
Yes. But he has been honorable and trustworthy at every step of the way.
And he says, well, as long as you can, as long as you have reason to trust him, I suppose. And Dabble says, well, in the meantime, right now, we do have business to attend to. Perhaps we should speak elsewhere.
Sure. Let's go to my room.
Okay. So, what does your room look like?
Considering it's probably like a bunch of books and maps and kind of like that whole string set up, to keep track of all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine it looks like, it's definitely kind of wrecked. Like comfy, but definitely chaotic.
Yeah, right. So he will. So when you guys come in, he'll kind of give a quick look around, and he will ask if he can cast a spell on you, a non-detection spell.
Yes.
And So he'll do that, and then he'll say, "Now we may speak privately." Just in case anybody is listening in.
Well, the building's warded, but can't hurt.
Warded by whom?
Who was that?
Some dwarf woman.
The dwarf. Blah, 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 blah. Oh,
He says the Watchful Order of Magists, no doubt.
was that who she worked for?
Yes.
Yes. Alcoria.
Alcoria, yeah. Yeah, and he'll say, you do know that Barnabas is in the same order.
Did I know that before? Or was that after?
Maybe not. It might have been mentioned in passing, like very much in passing. But
Actually, wait.
Well, he was awful fast to get the arcane locks. I thought he mentioned something about. No, probably not. Never
Yeah, I didn't meet Barnabas till after. We got it warded. Because the bugbears attacked. Then we got it warded. Then Barnabas came asking about the bugbear attack and the fireball. So, yes, unfortunately, I didn't know that until after the fact.
right. So anyway, so he'll say, he says, well, Barnabas is the very same one that had us both put in jail. He says, I would watch anyone from the Watchful Order of Magists. They tend to do each other favors.
I see.
Anyway, now that I have my own magic in place, let us speak freely of the arrangement we have, considering the Stone of Galore and Erstal Floxen.
Erstal.
We dispatched her, right?
Yeah. Erstal actually died.
Erstal died.
But I don't know when.
And he says, what is that supposed to be?
Well, I'll pull out my notes on intellect devours.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. And so he'll read over that, and the bridal party thing is like blowing up. So like,
Maybe we should take a break.
I guess maybe. Do you guys want to take a break?
We can.
I don't know what to do, else to do.
Okay. So we can take a break here for a few minutes. We've got some stuff going on. We will be right back. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so. So thank you for hanging out. Oh, James got to head to bed. I don't know.
Good night, man.
But yeah, have a good
All right,
night.
thanks
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
us.
for hanging out. Yeah. We will be right back. Oh, as soon as I get the right back screen. I definitely knocked him when I was getting that. Alright, cool. And
Damn it, Nick.
No, you turned it toward me this time.
Alright, and we're back. So, what?
With Nick being into
Yeah, of course.
camera hog.
Where did we leave off? We were, Dabble was speaking to you, yeah.
Yeah, and I was telling him about the intellective hours and all that stuff.
And he says, this is groundbreaking work. He says, you've uncovered this whole plot.
Completely accidentally, but yes.
Oh, did you tell him about, like, Xanatar's guild and, like, and
the
Naloon as well? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and he says...
I fill him in on all of it.
Yeah, so he says, well, we have to do something about this. This could upset the balance of a lot of things. Who knows who's out there? Who's been possessed by one of these things?
Exactly.
Xenophone did nothing wrong, Soul says.
What's up, Soul?
Yeah, Xanathar didn't. Well, I mean, other than his normal raw, but he's not the problem. But yeah, because this affects the Xanatar as well.
He says, yes. If
I mean, at least two of your people were caught up in him.
correct, one of them was. We were informed that one of them was working for Manchun. So.
Yeah.
Floxen, and he says, so this is highly concerning. He says, are you do you have a plan to move forward, or do you are you?
I have a goal. Still working on the plan, but we're. I've been advised by the Black Staff to go after Naloon.
The Black Staff.
Yes.
He kind of reels back for a second. He says, well, look at you, the Golden Company, in league with the Black Staff. He says, I won't lie, I'm quite impressed. The political, your political cunning has become quite impressive.
Which I'm sure you would understand why I could not commit to the Xanatar, now that you know all this.
And he says you're still on the fence about committing to the Xanatar.
It's not that I have a problem with the Xanatar.
You just have a problem committing to anything.
It's that my political maneuvers would be hampered if that ever became public.
And he sits back and he says, so the Black Staff is giving you support then to carry on with this mission.
Not exactly sure what support, but she has requested this of me, and like I said, this just happened last night, so...
And he says, so she's giving you a job and giving you no support. And probably no pay either.
Definitely.
For the good of the land,
yeah.
Say. He says, well, if you... The Xanatar can provide you some support, if you let us take the credit for this maneuver. As you know, we've been trying to establish ourselves here at Waterdeep, and that has been complicated time and time again by Manchun's goals. So having this in our pocket could be quite the bit of goodwill that we need to establish ourselves.
Yeah, especially if you lay the whole Manchun thing on Naloon.
And he says,
tie those two together.
He says, now that is exactly the kind of cutting we need at this time. He says, we can offer you a way in to their hideout. In exchange, I said, in exchange for giving us the credit.
I think that could work out for us.
I'm agreeing with the bar.
You're agreeing in our future discussion about this. Yeah.
Well, very well then. Someone you know quite well will be by in a day or so with some more information. We have, as you know, we pride ourselves on collecting intelligence, and I'm sure there's a couple of things about the about Xanatar that we could rustle up.
Sounds good.
All right. And
But obviously,
yeah.
keep it low key. You do not know who, unless you have a frog.
a frog?
These frogs can detect the possessed.
Ah.
Just wait till you come back to
We have a crate of them downstairs. Would you like one?
I
says I would love one.
That and griffins, but this is more portable.
Yeah, and he'll gladly receive your frog.
What's your 4 frogs?
Ethical dragon of pee?
You see me
Cool.
walking.
So he is pleased with the arrangement. He will leave. He will send Zentarum support in the next couple of days or so to provide you with information about possibly infiltrating Xanatar's main hideout. So as he comes back down the stairs past Rav and Eleanor at the bar, he now is carrying a jar of frog in it.
No, I'm just curious.
I don't know why these frogs are becoming a
What
big
do you-
deal all of a
What do
sudden.
you need, frog?
He says, "Oh, it was a gift from your man Derek."
Why? Is it your hatching day?
And he says, I only hatch when I'm a couple drinks in, and he'll
That's physically impossible. I don't understand.
he'll say, tell me, Eleanor, Reveracus, I feel as though we may have been off on the wrong foot before. Do you like music?
Music betrayed me.
I don't really know. I don't mind music.
Okay. Do your people have? Do lizard folk have a?
I'm not sure how. I know it's tribal, but I don't know if it gets any more fancier than maybe drums and things I can shake.
Mm-hmm. But you guys, your people, lizard folk speak Draconic, right?
Yes.
They do?
I think it's their native tongue.
Oh yeah, Draconic. Yep.
Okay. So he will,
Secret tongue.
he will,
So you're hiding Nick behind the other camera?
beautiful. And so he will begin singing in Draconic. And this is a song about a black dragon who lives in a swamp and is worshipped by lizard folk. And it professes this black dragon's magnitude and ferocity. And he will perform this for you a cappella because he has a beautiful singing voice. And when he is done, he will wait for your response.
How was this Draconic?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
He definitely knows the language.
Oh, well, that's good.
He probably speaks it as well as you do.
If I had eyebrows, they would be raised.
The spine of appreciation.
Impressed, Dapple. I said, color me impressed, Dapple.
And he gives a deep, courteous bow, and he looks towards Eleanor and he says, "Are you perhaps when it comes to the Golden Company, are you a founder, or are you perhaps an independent contractor? And do you take side jobs?"
I would consider a side job.
And he says, I've arranged something with Derek, and I could definitely use someone of your skill set.
Okay. What's in it for me?
The arrangement that they're gonna have. Well, what do you like? He says, well, I can definitely get my hands on some very interesting weapons.
Okay.
Weapons that slice and dice.
I don't like your pun, but I'll take the job.
And he will. He'll say, "I'll be in touch in a couple of days, or a day or two, with some instructions."
Throw snakes in their boots, poison the water supply.
And then he will leave. Now, Cat and Hunter, what have you been doing this whole time?
Good frog, bad frog.
You're sorting frogs.
What constitutes a good frog and a bad frog?
Yeah, what's the
It's
criteria?
all about the shininess.
The slime levels.
Well, there's not many frogs. I gave most of them to Rasputin.
Basically, everyone that looks exactly like the ones that get sent is like good to brown.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
yeah.
Claire comes up. She says, Mr. Hunter, would you mind if she says, Rasputin really needs those frogs.
Can I keep these 6?
And she kind of like looks back at the kitchen door and she says, maybe?
I'm willing to go down to 4, but I need at least 9 of these things. We have 5 already.
And
Well,
she says,
3 now.
and she says, well, I guess we'll see if he notices.
If he does, I'll bring it myself and apologize.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. And she'll like scoop up the frogs and carry them into the kitchen. You can hear Rasputin, huh?
One of our cameras is on camera.
Yeah, it's blocking me.
It's
is
blocking
that?
me.
Oh.
And then
Shaking violently.
and yeah, and then she'll like go back in. You can hear Rasputin like throwing stuff around and like yelling. He's like, "What the?" What voice does he have now, right? He said, "Well, the frogs. The frogs."
I walk in the door here. I'm sorry.
And he picks one up. He says, "Oh, you trying to peddle me this trash? You want me to serve the finest food in your restaurant, and you give me this?" He says, "All of these frogs that you have brought me are trash." He puts them back in your hands. He says, "Look at these little legs. I couldn't even feed an Eleonora."
I'm sorry, Claire.
As I go through the door.
It's like, how can you feel so bad about success and getting what you want? Like, I needed these frogs. These are trash. Take them back. Okay.
I tried, Claire. I tried.
So yeah. So then,
Throw snakes in her things. Can I do that?
right. So then what?
You could be the snake.
So Dabble's already gone.
I'm going to call a group meeting.
Okay.
And relay all of that. We're probably going after that mind flayer that killed Hunter originally.
Yay.
Does that seem to be the source?
Yes, we believe so. But the Zenitarum is going to give us support in exchange for taking credit. Which, yay, no target on our back.
Right. But
Fair.
will the Black Staff still know that we're responsible? Because that was kind of the deal.
Well, she didn't say how to get it done.
I think she'll believe us. If we can, if we can convince her, give her the details, and we'll just explain the sitch.
What's the situation?
Okay.
Swear to poisonous snakes.
Yeah. Because I trust Davil, I do not trust the Zenitarum, but
Yeah, I don't either.
apparently, I would have called this meeting in my room.
Okay.
Apparently, the wards that got put up in here might possibly also be used to spy on us.
Not Rasputin.
No, not Rasputin. The dwarf. That works for the same people that Barnabas works for.
Oh, the order of mages or whatever.
The watchful, peeping Tom mages, yes.
Yeah.
Just so you know. But Dad will cast a spell in here. I don't know how long
But
it's going
that's
to
what I'm
last.
saying. Like,
Just be careful what you say. In the bar. You know, we might have to take conversations.
well, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't say anything around Rasputin either, because he just shows up and he is a wizard.
I don't talk to Rasputin either. I mean,
He's kind of a hard man to talk to.
I just...
As long as the sausages keep coming out of the kitchen. Don't mess with my plating.
I would be so disappointed. But anyway, okay.
And Rav, would you share the fact that we're being watched?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know if that's really news to us.
We knew something was watching us. We just didn't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has escalated. So like before, you could smell like sulfur and brimstone. Now there's actually a physical presence standing outside the shop.
Hello. I like open the windows like bonjour style, and
Wish I could
I
summon
see him sitting
Owen.
there, and I'm like,
Yeah, and he gives a curt nod.
would you like some frog legs?
And he's across the street.
Would you like some frog legs?
He just goes.
Pull right back.
And then he, I guess he pulls out like a little timepiece and he holds it up.
It'd been funny if he did an hourglass and flipped
I
it.
can't read time.
Yeah, so he crosses the street. It's like,
We're gonna get somebody a Caesar. Huh? We're gonna get somebody a Caesar with that. What's going on?
It's like straight up just like
no, no.
it's breakdancing. It's vibing.
Was it doing it before?
I don't know.
What if you just tilt this camera so it's level? No, the other one. So and then you can move it
Oh, it's
more
stop.
closer towards you.
I think I know what it is.
It's playing me shit
Yeah.
in my I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll try not to. It's really hard.
It's a Nicole Quake.
But can you pull the camera back this way then?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't see.
So much sushi. So you can, huh?
You keep bringing it like this way,
Closer.
and then turn it. So there you go, like that, and then that way you won't have to see the camera.
We'll see the TV there.
Just turn it. Yeah, like that. There.
Okay.
Much better.
So, oops. There we go.
Oh.
So yeah, so,
That's my screensaver, by the way. His is
so the,
a mountain.
so yeah, so he'll come over with the watch and he'll be like, I mean to say that time is ticking, and you're no closer to finding that stone. The Castellantons will not be very pleased.
Wouldn't she just be happy to find the stone in general? Why do I have to be on some sort of time limit? These things take time. How long has it been since the stone's been unfindable? I'm supposed to find it in a day.
He says, too long. And Amalia Castellanton is not a very patient woman.
Well aware about the Castellantons. I mean, I don't know what to say. Derek! Anything I say is going to be used against me.
Just close the window.
And
then I'll peek my snout back out and I'll be like, have a nice day. Please come again.
And you'll hear the door jingle as somebody enters.
Ah! Derek, hold me. Jump into your arms.
That's intimidating.
Yeah, he has these rare bursts of like incredible strength,
Not today.
but not.
Ow.
You're saying.
But it is not Willifort who is coming through the door.
It's Miss Cantalanton.
That's a
Cantalanton.
It's not even her, although it is a woman.
It's her children.
No, this lady is tall and slender.
Does she have black hair and purple eyes?
She has like silvery hair and and maybe like golden eyes.
Is this? Do we know her? Is it Romalia Haventree?
It is Rebellion Haven. You do know her.
God, I think your friend is here. Oh, sorry, Derek. I mean, as I stand up.
And
He's like tapping out, like.
She's coming in, and she says, "Is perchance the cat in?"
No.
She left something at my estate, and I've come to personally return it to her.
Oh, that's good. I'll go to her room.
May I follow?
No, why not?
And
Eleanor, you can keep an eye on
she
her.
says, "Charmed to see you again."
And
Derek."
one night.
Sorry, I broke 8 of his ribs. So he is actually supposed to be dead.
Sentinel.
Then I'll come up to Cat's door.
Must be Raph.
Must be. I can tell a difference.
I open
Yeah,
the
the
door.
door almost comes off its hinges.
Yeah. Hello.
Get out of
I don't remember. I don't really have doors where I'm from, so like it's very.
She walks through.
Yeah, I typically it was just always open, sort of like we were either sleeping under the stars or our huts didn't have really doors. We just had like maybe like curtains or tattered cloth to cover it. So I'm really like I look at the handle and I'm like, because I've gotten better, but I'm not. It's just they're so small, my hands are so big, and my claws are so long.
Haven Tree looks on in patient interest. She's
At least it's patient.
yeah. I mean, she betrays she's not she's so not judgmental and
So then I just go, Reb!
As I'm like reaching for the door to open it.
Excuse me, Hunter, this cat here. And I place it down on the ground.
I look behind me to see if you're still in the room. Are you still in the room? No? Oh.
yeah, where did you go?
I jumped out the window.
We're on the second floor!
Oh, yeah, maybe
An
I,
acrobatics check.
maybe I smell that fear and I'm like, spine's up. Where is she?
23.
I lift
Yeah, so you like tumble out the window, like slide down like one of the roofs of the tavern, and like you can like land like where like maybe the kitchen loading dock is.
Rasputin's standing there smoking.
Yeah, Rasputin's standing there smoking, watching Claire like break these legs off these little frogs. Like,
So is
and she's crying.
Is the window open? Do you leave the window open when you jump out, or do you shut it and then do your skill? Or do you just like?
Would I have time to shut? No,
No,
I'd
the
just be
window's
on.
open.
So it's open. So I'm like
She was right behind me.
primal energy.
No! Stop.
Are you tracking her?
Yes. I smell fear.
Something's running.
Yes,
Let's
give me
chase.
give me a survival check.
Survival check. Yes. +7. 21.
Oh.
Can I try to
You just hear dun, 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 dun. There's
Give me-
pieces of shilling falling off the freaking roof.
Can I try to distract her?
It's stealth check.
I'm chasing after a mighty fine feline.
That's 20, 30. Thank God.
30! I don't think I could even get that high!
Even the rise, like,
You like jump out the window, like leaving a Ravaracus size like hole in the window. And you
y'all both just left me.
it is like kerclonk, kerclonk, kerclonk. From inside the tavern, you probably hear this like thud on the roof, like.
What the hell?
And you know, like the raptors from Jurassic Park? I feel like it's like that. Like I'm right there and I'm like, I like peek my head in through like from the top in there and I'm like. And you're like begging Claire, you're like.
Claire's too busy crying.
Silent cry.
And
Y'all left me in a room with her
After
while this is going
I
on.
fail to find her. I can't even roll high enough for that. So I'm gonna
I'm like
climb
imagining
back
her
up.
like doing that like in the rafters.
yeah.
Yeah.
All the limbs out. Like Rav's like right below us.
I climb back up through the window where I ditched my my guest. Sorry for the poor house manners. Derek would be upset.
While that's going on, while you're like tracking or whatever, so you're there along with Ramalia Haventree, who says, I believe we've been acquainted.
Yes, you actually.
Alright, I was trying to make sure I remember.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
And she says,
Nervous.
and she says, I just think it's so lovely that you've, she says, I think it's just so lovely that your wife was able to resurrect you.
Still trying to figure out how she did that.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Oh, yes. Well, I believe she gave up I believe she paid in full with a with a treasured ring of the big ruby on it.
She hates me.
Guilt.
Yes.
She says,
Both my inner people are like, you idiot.
and then she kind of has this kind of wistful look in her eye when she says that she doesn't betray too much, but you can kind of see that she's just like, when she's talking about the resurrection, she's just kind of like, she does seem genuinely touched. And did you want to say anything to her?
I really want to repay her for it, I just don't know how.
And she says, really?
Don't turn me in.
Just why don't we have a talk?
Okay, I have nothing else to do. As I put the frogs back in the box.
So at this point, Ramaracus, you will come back in.
Yeah, then I'll be like, sorry for the bad house manners.
Do you have to run back through the dining room?
No, I just climb back
up. You hear more thud.
Yeah.
Thud,
And then I shut the window behind me. Not that it does me any good.
It's got
there's like
your shoulders. Are
Or I try to shut it and sorry for the bad house manners. Derek would be very upset with me. But it seems Kat has gone on vacation. She's actually disappeared from my sense of smell altogether. I don't know where she is. She just
vanished.
I don't even think I know her. I've never met this woman in my life. I'm really confused and
Is
scared.
Kat my imaginary friend?
Yes.
So, no, she's not here. She was, but she's not. I really question if she ever was. What's a cat?
She says, well, seeing that you are friends with cats, or would you say you are friends?
Yes, we played knuckleballs. She's really good. I think she might be cheating.
That she stole from you.
They're rigged. Weighted.
So,
Weighted
she's
knucklebones.
applying calcium to the. So Ramalia instead will enter the room and she'll have a seat on the bed and she'll invite you and Hunter to speak with her.
I sit on the bed and it rises.
But her posture does not.
Yeah, she just stays.
Yeah, she's perfectly poised, and she will say, I have been in the process of testing Kat into using her powers of thievery for good.
I need a moment. I have a cavity.
Do you need to be excused?
She says,
For what god would she need to serve?
oh, no god.
Oh, thank Christ.
Simply for the good of the realm.
I'm down for the good of the realm, even if it means you have to do the bad things sometimes. Right? Right. Right?
And she says, well, in my own life, I try to steer towards not doing bad things.
Well, I mean, I would.
Although I will admit that sometimes it is inevitable. However, I was wondering if you too shared her inclination towards the good of the realm.
I mean,
I'm always here to help.
Shut the fuck up.
I turn into you.
Sonic the Hedgehog looking ass.
Beetle eyes.
His fucking voice. I'm always here to help. Shut the fuck up.
I turn into a horse.
Turn into a hedgehog. You know that's what you are.
I'm a weasel.
But I do respect the realm I am in. Had it not been here, I wouldn't exist. So I believe there should be some protection to the realm.
And she says, there is a delicate matter that I wish to discuss with her. I just need to know if I can trust you too as well. And perhaps the three of you could work together on this task.
What does the task all entail?
It has come to my knowledge that the mysterious and proficient thief, the Black Viper, is no rumor in this city, and I believe that this dark criminal has stolen something very precious to the realm, something that could decide the fate of this entire city.
I'm assuming it's a stone, isn't it?
She says, "You're familiar?"
I have to excuse myself. I've already got myself into Derek! I run out the room. Derek!
And so she'll just turn to you and she says,
Remy, you're not a cameraman.
Remy.
Stop it. Go away. You're not a cameraman. Go be the mic guy.
Go.
Go be the mic guy. Do the
So
test.
she'll turn to you and she'll say, and how do you feel about the matter?
Well, if it involves a stone, I might have some conflict of issues, but I'm always here for my wife. So.
How sweet.
She says that from like downstairs.
She peeks her head out the window. Sweet.
I'm actually under the bed.
She says, wasn't it just so funny when I turned Quasar into stone at the party?
I chime back in. I think that was hysterical.
I like put a little essence of fire around me. Yeah, really funny.
He starts sweating profusely, not only because he's nervous, because of the heat.
I'm sweating fire instead of
What do you do with fire?
fire good. Nothing makes sense.
If you hear just little beads of fire.
Lava.
She says, well, if you would be so kind as to remind Kat of that little funny thing that happened at my party. And tell her that she really should get in touch with me.
Cartoon gulp sound. On it.
So like I'm like sitting outside the door and I'm like, that would be a good time for an augury. Is it a good idea, Merkel, if Kat gets back to talking with Ramalia Haven Tree?
I recommend
Yes.
it.
No. Yes and no. Or nothing.
That is...
Is that hard? Should I not do it?
It's hard just because of the way that you phrased it. Because
So you said in her best
what would
interest.
you prefer the phrasing?
I suppose maybe like, is it bad for whom? Like,
Is it bad for Kat to get back to Ramalia Haven Tree? Is that a better question?
is it bad for Cat? Yeah. So when you do,
that's totally a bad
so
thing.
when you do Cat, you're going to get wheel and low.
Hunter. Whoa.
Interesting. And I'll peek my head back in and look at her, and then I'll like head back out. Now I really have to find her and let her know.
Honey, get out from underneath the bed.
Maybe you like dived into the frog pile, which is why your scent was carried out.
Yeah, like Claire picks up a freaking frog and her face is there, and she's like,
She's got one of those like anime hats where it's a frog.
That disguise kit really works.
Yeah, and so she'll just tell you to remind Kat about that funny little thing that happened at the party, and that it's quite rude to not get back to people.
I'd like
To leave them on red.
Eleanor at some
I'll
point
go
as
with you.
well.
Yeah.
Discuss things with her.
Before that, though, really quick, Bartholomew, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I mean, is the meeting over?
The meeting with Derek?
Yeah.
I believe
He's
so.
the
Was
only
it?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he left with the frog, right?
Or yeah, that was.
Or is there another meeting?
Well, there was one where he had assembled you all together and explained what was going down with his entire.
Yeah, imagine I retired to my quarters and changed, get into my
Yeah.
adventuring duds,
Can you even be a one?
and prepare to go out after the
One-headed?
Yeah, can you be
bonfire. Or the devourer.
Okay. There is a small silver raven waiting on your windowsill.
Of course there is. Okay.
Talk to him.
I acknowledge it.
Yeah. It says, "Have you considered my offer?"
I have considered it, but perhaps we should meet again and go into further detail.
And she says, "Where would you like to arrange a
There's some
meeting?"
kid down the street. Holy shit, is that?
Ribbit.
How about here tomorrow night?
In your bedroom.
I've been feeling strange.
And she says, and she says through the raven, she says, that could be arranged.
Can I have a like dinner and discuss the matters? It's nothing to take lightly. Like we're gonna have to go into details and figure this out.
Okay, yeah. She says she'll meet you. Okay. And then you wanted to speak to
Oh,
Eleanor. Okay.
how badly do you want Bonnie dead? Just out of curiosity.
I would love to see her dead.
Well, we're on our way to kill our mind flayer, but maybe afterwards we can kill her and her significant mate.
I'm down.
Significant.
Because I don't like the way she looks. She copies you all the time, and it's really aggravating.
Right? Aren't you so much better than her?
You're very original, and I think she's not. And neither is her gross friends. They smell too nice.
If you let me kill them, I'll give you a book.
Oh, I think we have a deal. Derek, I have a proposition. Proposition.
Yeah.
After we're done killing the Mind Flayer, we want to kill some more people. They offer nothing to society but gossip. In our tribe, if there was any sort of hearsay or gossip, we cut off their
I
tongues.
was gonna say I don't even know. What
I feel like the word proposition
Proposition
is like Ravaraka's directly like imitating Derek.
Yeah, I'm like,
There's a word she specifically.
yeah, I feel like
learned from Derek.
maybe it was more like I have a proposition.
I think.
And who is this person?
Her name is Bonnie. Give a white boy name to her boyfriend.
Kyle.
And Kyle. It's like Bonnie and Clyde, but Bonnie and Kyle. It's the discount version.
Great value.
They're great.
When you can't afford the suits.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with this.
Oh, good. Okay, I was making sure. Maybe we can set up an appointment.
It's another word, but
Yes, yes.
And we can discuss matters about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, Eleanor, we are making an appointment and discussing matters about Bonnie and Kyle and the murder of them.
Okay.
And how we're going to get away with it. I'm so
That was me
glad
at the bar, just hearing Rav rattle this off.
that's Oh, hi, Remy. What are you doing? You getting butt loves? And giving lovin's?
Oh.
And I'm so like,
Look at my face!
she's just so trying to impress Eleanor.
My smooth talking.
Have you come back to the room yet?
She's scared. Rightfully so.
Yeah, Claire kind of bends down to she's like, I'm gonna have frog soon. And she's crying. she's like,
Break their legs slower.
And then you hear us read, quicker!
that might be the quote of the night.
Break them slower!
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's too funny.
I don't think he's gonna like that.
Oh shit! I was trying to make a clip.
So yeah. So the day goes on.
Has anybody mentioned to me about what happened in the alley with you and?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
We've told you.
We have told you we have to find her because she has the stone of the law.
Did you?
Yes, that's the first thing we told you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we were like, I mean, we basically, as soon as we got out of jail.
Okay, let me rewind the scene from a second ago, and I'm going to tell her to meet me outside my window.
Okay.
She can't come walking through the main level lobby of the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, because we told you we had to find old Purple Eyes, and you were like, no, there's a city guard there. There's a city guard there.
Yeah.
It wasn't her. It wasn't her. Then she shows up. Hey, I got this stone.
No, I know that.
It looks
She didn't
no
show up. She
different
beckoned me to her.
Yeah, and then she whipped out the stone, and you were just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I know what's going on. I'm completely conflicted.
Yes.
Whenever you decide to show up,
When she is gone and away.
she's gone. I don't know about away.
Way. Far away.
Okay.
We need to get
Is she away now?
Well, it's been hours, so.
Yeah, she probably away.
And Claire's just slowly
The last frog.
your line is clearly exposed.
Yeah, and then she just takes it off your head.
Sorry. Rasputin's on his 85th cigarette.
I appreciate what you did there for me. Let's go walk away.
And her eyes are just wide and broken.
She can't even cry anymore.
Jesus Christ.
When you show up back in the room, we have an important meeting and you need to go to it so I don't get turned to stone or you don't get turned. I don't want to die. Fire, sweat.
How?
Remember when Bart's bully, your bard-loving psychopath guy fell his stone at the party? Yeah, that's going to be us if we don't go see your
Really?
friend.
Won't. She's not my friend. Obviously.
Fine.
Off.
Fine.
Get one thing straight.
Find your other boss. We're going now.
It's not my boss. In case you heard that.
Yes.
No, she didn't.
She's in the window. Well...
Sounds like you guys need to discuss matters. You should make an appointment. I've made one.
Is it against the rules to charm person and group?
Did you say charm person and groom?
And group.
Because I wouldn't like it.
Charm person.
The ethics of the ethics of magic.
Well, considering it specifically says they know after the fact.
I like to imagine, while this is all going on, you're sharpening your knives, like a hot,
so
you're like, yay! Oh my god! But what if she turns into you?
Just
What's your favorite color?
Black.
But I don't know. Okay.
So
They both talk at the same time too.
So the night goes. So the day goes on. Unless there's anything specific.
Not really. Now I'm waiting on information.
You need to go.
So as the day goes on, turns to night, the tavern will open. It's another busy night.
Is there any way I could take a long rest to get my spell slots back so
Oh, yeah,
I can be
yeah.
Madame Merkle tonight?
Oh yeah,
That's the
sure.
one that came down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The whole host of regulars is here. Among them, Rainer is in his like is on the second floor, like doing his thing.
Boy, I hope Dabble shows up.
He's
Oh!
he's quite entertained. He's entertained and entertaining like his group of friends upstairs.
How long do horse races last?
You're about to hate.
Derek. How long does a horse race last?
Usually just a couple minutes.
Betray you.
But I don't know when they were having it.
I don't know.
Look into the camera like it's the office.
It's just a round track, and you start at one end, you go around and go to the other.
Yes.
How many laps do they do?
Just one
You
usually.
up getting divorced.
Any more than that, you might break your doors.
I wasted an augury on him.
Work with him.
He better show.
And you're just like,
Besides,
Yeah.
we hope we won't get half the day.
Okay?
Don't worry, I'll have to set up another one.
so in attendance tonight at the tavern is one Yagra and one Losser.
Oh,
Wait, did he clean up, at least?
He cleaned up, like he cleans up. So his
Like he
his
spits
hair
on his
is
hand
yeah,
and, like-
his hair is like extra. Like he did. I've decided that he looks like Ed, like Big Ed from, or Ed from.
oh my god, from 90 Day Fiancé.
So he's had
no
fresh
neck.
mayo in his hair, and he's like.
I don't know, so you put a period there. Oh, yum. This exact smile, too.
Love that.
When he sees Rav, that's the smile.
And so he's in attendance. He's got he has a like a.
That's hard. Look at my phone. Like what?
He's got like a.
What happened? Damn, son. What he should look like, but what he actually looks like. Oh.
He looks like he's give me an insight check.
Da, 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 da.
What do you see?
Insight check. 27. Oh, I crit.
Oh wow, yeah. So so you know that he has like he is dressed up, even though like it's not apparent. His vest he has like a sort of dull looking dress vest. But it must be years since he worn it last because it's kind of like bursting. It's kind of like it's way too tight on him, and you can just tell that he's definitely put a lot into his appearance on this night. And as he enters the tavern, he's going to sort of like make his rounds, kind of like looking around, and you see him, but he doesn't seem to see you.
Okay.
He's kind of like looking around.
I'm gonna ask again because I just realized I still have the Beyond 20 extension on. It was going to die hack server,
Oh,
so I had to shut it off. So basically, he's coming in, he's putting work into his appearance, and he's like looking around.
yeah, he's looking around. He doesn't appear to notice you because you're in your Madame Merkle garb.
Yeah.
But you've seen him.
It'd be funny if he comes up to me and he's like, "Heretic, you're fake." Okay. So Yagra's here too, right?
Yeah, Yagra is hanging out near the bar. Where are you, Bartholomew?
I'm floating around. So
Okay, yeah. So she'll Bartholomew.
Jagra, so very good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
I mean, we're like totally in a friend zone now. Would you care for some?
I'm
Do
sure
you throw that
are.
into the conversation?
I'm sure
No,
you
I'm
are.
just making it known out of game.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure.
She
So
says,
we have the usual.
and she'll kind of blush and she'll say, "Yes, I'll have the usual."
That's sausage.
She says, "You can you can sign me up for one of those sausages and a good ale.
Coming right.
And,
Get
I
comfy.
just want to say
I
something.
feel like all the group again is just like at one table sitting.
and she's gonna kind of she hasn't been here in a couple, maybe about a week or so,
Actually,
but
2.
she's in here tonight.
Still not
And it looks like
3.
she's pretty much taking up her post at the bar. She's gonna be camping out all night, and
She usually does.
yeah, and so
She's
and meanwhile she's just like tilting them back. How much attention are you gonna give her, like, overall?
I mean, the usual. I'll have a chat and I'll go float around and smooze with the tables and
Okay.
come back and give her a refill and just kind of idle chat.
Okay. Yeah, and
How have you been?
yeah, and she says, well, fucking Daffod's got me working some intel gathering business, but that's besides the point. How have you been, my darling?
I've been really good. Staying busy. As you can see, things are booming here.
She says,
a series of snorts and chuckles come from the next table over.
she says, I heard you helped to get Davil out of jail.
Well, yeah.
And she's had a couple. She's like, smooth talker as always, Botham.
No. You stop it.
Not please, really.
Yeah.
Can we use this as a distraction to go visit someone?
Visit who?
Ramoya.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So you're gonna be.
Where's the
While they're
horse
distracted
leader?
by the
I want to catch the drama.
Oh, trust me. I summoned like a little animal to leave there. I have some ears. We'll get the info. Summon a cat.
Baby.
Because we get distracted.
Shiny.
You know how cats are.
But you're. So you guys are off on your way off across town. Okay. And you've left a.
The weasel.
A weasel to snoop.
So you guys will be off on your way. Yagra will eventually be. You'll get some reprieve because Yagra will be distracted. A man and a woman sit on either side of her, and they begin to sort of like they strike up an instant kind of like friendship with her, and
Corner bar theory.
yeah, kind of, yeah. So like the woman, she's like this. Definitely, they're both definitely like mercenaries of some sort. Like she kind of saunters up to the bar, and she's got the like she's not in armor, but you can tell she carry the way she carries herself like makes it look like she usually wears armor. And the gentleman is broad and strong, and looks like he should be carrying some giant weapon to bludgeon someone to death. But they're both sort of in dress clothing, and as they sort of strike up a chat with Yagra, you'll get some reprieve.
I will just collect the empty glasses. Pork chop, can you please get this weasel out of here off the bar?
Yeah, it's like dancing around, like, yeah!
And
Another one appears beside him.
so
Big weasel.
so Derek, what are you doing during all this?
Just tending to playing host.
Okay, yeah.
Take up my service.
You will be the one to see Daffel rush into the place.
He rushes in.
Yes, with a sense of urgency in his eyes.
Okay.
And he says, he comes up and he says, the lizard friend. Where's your lizard friend?
Oh,
Reveracus.
he's over there.
There's this, like, black aura coming off from one corner of the tavern.
You see that dark corner of foreboding abyss. Yeah,
That's
just
her.
go there and go straight.
It's like, so this young noblewoman in disguise has come to see you. And she's like,
In disguise.
yes, she's got like her little she's got like a little like a commoner kind of bonnet on, and she's wearing plain clothing. Yeah, of course you see right there.
Yeah.
And she's gonna lean in and she's gonna say, she's gonna be asking you about Rainer. And if, whether or not she would have a chance to marry him.
To marry, I don't know about, but I guess that's for an agree.
Sure.
Will this? Can I have your name? I can't just say this woman.
Her name is Martha.
Martha. Martha.
Say it right for Merkel.
Very powerful sounding name, Martha. Martha Martine. I ask the gods, what is there a good chance for? Is there a possibility? I don't like it. Will Martha be married to Reynard? Will Martha be wed to Reynard in the future?
Cast bones and
Or a roll?
and whoa pops up.
Hey, yeah, that's gonna be a no from me, dog.
She's like, what? And at that moment, as she's like devastated. At that moment,
I pull out a box of tissues.
no, Dabble's gonna come up and he's gonna say, Madam Merkel.
Holy shit! You're in my face.
Silk sheets for the win. And he says,
What I tell you?
he says, and he looks at the girl and he says, her powers are undeniable. She gives 100% accurate predictions. No chances that she's wrong. Ever. And the girl just like starts crying.
But let me preface. Marta, give me your hand. Take my skelly hand in yours. There are many better than Reynard Reed. Reynard Reed?
Reynard Neverwinter.
Reynard Neverwinter. May I suggest a bard named Floon?
And she's like, I already was.
You don't know till you don't try.
I'm here in the background. I'm trisexual. You know it.
And yeah, and so he says, Ruckus, I am amazed. He says, I want to cut you in on my earnings.
Ravarakis would be like, I don't need money. But then she looks over at Derek. I do that exact same, like, I'm trying to smile the same way.
And he's going to hand you a slip of paper.
Is this an IOU?
He says it's better than an IOU. You can redeem that at any bank. You pull it straight from my account. It's good for 500 gold.
I need a marker.
Puts
Yes,
a comma and another zero.
Thank you, Neville. I very much appreciate your earnings. I will give them to Derek. He keeps in charge of the gold because I don't know what to do with it.
And he's just like, yeah, she's great.
Stop hyping me up and freaking me out.
And
I'll actually ask Eleanor to deliver it to Derek since she can like bob and weave and.
sure. So Eleanor, as you're flitting through the bar,
Walking between people's glasses.
Your shape changer senses are gonna go off.
My Spidey senses are tingling.
And they seem to be coming from the bar area.
Okay. I'm gonna go deliver it to Derek first, and then I'll go back to the bar.
Okay. So Eleanor will bring you a slip of a banknote
My
for
appointment
500
went
gold.
well. Matters were discussed, and I got money.
Matters were discussed. I obtained money.
From earnings. I don't know what kind of job that is.
So, and then you'll go back to the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually go to the bar?
Well, near the bar.
So, and you're give me an insight check.
shit, dude.
22.
Yeah. So so you're scanning the faces at the bar, and right next to Yagra is this powerful like warrior lady, but you can tell immediately it's fucking Bonnie.
I like to think her name's actually fucking Bonnie.
And there's a male, like this like swarmy kind of like hero dude on the other side, and that's probably fucking Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
Punching a hole in the wall.
I'm gonna walk up behind them and something funny to say.
Ooh, I
I
wish.
think I'm just gonna say fucking Bonnie.
She probably doesn't even see you because you're like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna change into what she's wearing.
Yeah, she's gonna look you up and down. She says, Yagra's gonna be like, are you like what she's wearing or like exactly
Her.
Okay, yeah. So Yagra like looks at her and then looks at you. She's just like, oh, sister!
She is not my sister. She just stole what I was wearing.
Well, the likeness is uncanny. Surely you must be related.
No, she just stole what I was wearing.
Yeah, and Bonnie says, and Bonnie says, she kind of like looks you up and down. She says, yeah, but look who's wearing it better.
We're wearing it the same.
It gets so actually mad. It's so funny.
Give me a perception check.
I feel like when y'all two roleplay this, you're thinking of high school all over again.
Oh, definitely.
14.
14. So you say that, but then she will turn around and she will like lift she'll lift her like party dress up a little bit to expose like her lower buttocks,
Okay.
and there's a big mole on it, and she says, I don't think so. You're slipping, Eleanor.
I turn and show her mine.
Which you would have just put
Just
there.
yeah. It's fresh.
Yeah, and Yagra's just like Yagra's just blown away.
Yeah, she's from like tripping balls, dude. Like.
And she says, I don't know what's going on here, but it's something strange. Is there some quarrel between you?
No, I'm fine. I think Bonnie has the problem.
And Bonnie's like, she says, well, you see, Yagra, some people just can't handle being second best. And
Yeah,
Yagra
some
says-
people can't.
Yagra says, oh, I run into that a lot in my line of work. But come, drink, be friends. Let us celebrate the night.
A rapier magically
Let's put
appears.
put this quarrel aside.
I'll take a drink, but nothing more.
Yes, let's talk of good things like victory, love.
Sausage.
Did you just say sausage?
Yeah.
The weasel did.
Yeah, you came out really deep.
Dick.
Sausage.
So, you guys are heading across town.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, both of you.
Okay. $12.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So as you're heading across town,
I do have a frog, if that helps.
as you're heading across town, you will arrive shortly at Ramalia's estate. When you approach the gates, they will like open as if there's nobody there, but they will open as if you are expected, and they will close tightly behind you, like with a clang.
I've been telling Derek we need this kind of door all the time.
Then a second gate drive.
Never mind.
So as you as you approach the house, you'll see that the front door will open, and Ramalia will be standing there, like poised as she always is, and she smiles widely and very friendly, and she will invite you in.
Hello. Go on.
Oh,
Grabs her hand, pulls her.
She says, so you finally decided to take me up on my request. Come see me.
I was busy earlier when you visited. I apologize.
She says, I'm sure you were.
I was
smells like
cooking.
She says,
What's that little big frog?
She says, let's discuss some things. I'm beginning to think you're having second doubts, my dear.
I wouldn't say doubts.
I would.
I just have a goal for myself and I want to achieve it.
And what goal would that be?
I don't believe that's any of your business.
She wants to open a shop.
What kind of shop?
Are you gonna say it or do I have to say the rest of it? I like do the slight elbow thing.
You would sell very rare goods.
And she says, and the source of these rare goods?
I already know whatever I can find.
Acquire.
So she says, the reason I was drawn to you is because I admired your skill. I saw something in you, much like my ward, Esvaline. You remind me of her, so I wanted to take a chance on you, but I see that you might not have the right mindset for what I'm offering. She says, I just wanted to close the matter with you in person. You are free to leave.
I don't think I am.
I chime in, honey, if you accept her offer and do what she says, you can retire and not have to do this anymore like you wanted.
No, I wanted to do that. That's... How do you think I'm going to continue to stock up the goods?
I never thought that far ahead.
That's why she's in charge of the business.
I wear the pants.
Besides, she kind of has something that I want, and I kind of want to acquire from her.
Like what?
The ability to obtain something for personal reasons. He's over here laughing.
I wish I was there. It's gonna be so good at this.
I'm not who you bring in for negotiations.
Yeah.
I'm the last time you call.
I know.
You can go. I'm going to stay.
No, because I feel like if I leave, I die.
You have my word that nothing harm will come to you.
Somebody roll an insight check.
22.
Thank God.
She seems completely honest, yeah.
She hasn't lied
However, she is suspiciously only mentioning her.
Oh. I know when I'm not wanted.
What do you want to do? You're my partner in crime.
Well, if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you, and she's letting you leave, so.
Yeah, she's letting me leave.
Well, I don't think she's going to kill me. I mean nothing to her.
Oh, were you interested in? So if you want to leave together, you can. But she, if she's not interested in this job, then she was going to offer it to you.
See ya.
I want to take the job, but if you don't, you're gladly able to leave, and I'll meet you at the bar.
Will you tell me about it later?
I tell you everything.
Okay. So Okay, and your wife still.
I don't want to hear it from the bard, mother. Pulls out a letter. Burns the letter. There's 5 more.
I'll be waiting outside the gate for you. May have possessed it.
Leave empty-handed.
I'll leave empty-handed.
Pocket free too.
I don't have pockets.
So as soon as she leaves, Romali will say, "You absolutely cannot tell him what we're about to discuss."
I figured.
As I mentioned to you earlier, the Black Viper is believed to have the stone, is what my sources tell me. However, we need you to find her, or find him. Actually, yeah. So we need you to find this man, and if possible, retrieve the stone from him.
Good news is he doesn't got it. Bad news is I don't know where it is right now. Yeah.
And she says, "What do you mean?"
Purple eyes, hair, woman. She was at the ball. You know her.
And she says, "What are you suggesting exactly?
She has it. She took it from me.
Are you naming Esphily as the
I
thief,
think that's her name.
or as having taken possession of the stone of the law?"
Yep.
This is quite interesting. You would come into my house and accuse my ward. Give me a persuasion check.
No.
Can I get advantage for not lying?
It's not a deception check.
You could have advantage if you had some way of like proving it, I guess.
Yeah, let's roll.
Shit. What'd you roll?
I don't like it. 9.
Okay. She says, you come into my house and accuse my ward of being involved in this mess.
I'm not trying to start any drama. I'm not trying to start a fight between you two. I'm just saying she does have it. I don't know what she's doing for. She might be bringing it to you. But she received it by taking it out of my hands disguised as a guard. I never lie.
And she says, she looks at your intelligence score and she says,
0.
she says, I'm really tempted to believe that.
Well, wisdom's 3.
However, this changes everything. Because I don't think I need to require it of you. If what you say is true, then I'm closer to the stone than I believe. Or we are closer to the stone than we believe. I want you to help me, however. Yes, I want you to help me. Never split the party.
Well, in the future, we're split from the party anyway.
Yeah, well, she. So
Even on diplomatic
I don't know.
business.
What would she say? What would she say? She would say maybe she would offer you some money for the information, and so she'll give you your 10 gold for the information, and perhaps it's and she says if this turns out to be true, there will be much more gold in it for you. She says. And my dear, this is what being a hawker is all about.
Oh my God.
Providing information that can change the world.
Speaking of changing the world, what about the dragon? I forgot what it's called.
The dragon.
What?
The dragon stash, the dragon cord, whatever the fuck it's called. Well, all the gold is.
Oh,
No, it's just. What is that? I don't know if that has a specific name.
This is the dragon.
Well-
the dragon.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mentioned that. Do you happen to have plans involving that with this stuff?
She says.
Of course.
She says, of course.
Damn, what is your intelligence?
Even her not knowing, I think if it comes to it, if you need help, me and my wife will gladly help you for a little bit of that coin.
And she says, well, while the majority of coin can be used to fund our operations across Faerun, we absolutely do not intend to steal it out from underneath of Laurel Silverhand. However, there is the matter of a very special magic item that is. Why the Anil is so obsessed with the cameras?
I don't know.
There is the matter of a very special magical item that is said to be in the possession of the one guarding the treasure.
I think I have an idea that we all win.
It is the
So,
I believe it is
Nick is now there.
the dragon staff of I think it's Aragorn or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah. She says, this is what we are most interested in.
Well, I think I just found a solution that we all win.
And if you can deliver this to us, then there is much that we could do for you, whether it be gold or other services.
A nod in agreement and stick my hand out to shake.
Okay.
If she even does that.
Yeah. She will daintily kind of grab your hand. And okay.
Smells like frog.
And then you can meet Kat back outside the manor.
Well,
I was told I can't tell you. But we might be acquiring something for them. I can tell you that much.
I try to get out of this.
Oh no, trust me. You'll love the reward.
If it's not shiny, I don't want it.
It's
If
a
it's
load
not
of shiny.
I don't want it.
It's a load of shiny.
A load of shiny.
Shitload.
So back at the tavern, I mean the night has gone on. Madame Merkel is
She's got a
doing her
line.
thing.
Elevated the door.
Yeah. And then but it's actually it's kind of winding down. It's getting to that point of the night where it's kind of winding down. How long would you amicably drink with Bonnie before things got?
Just 1 minute. Just enough to chug the beer.
And then, okay.
Yeah, and so while you're chugging, she says, she looks over and she says, Kyle, darling, do you remember that time that Eleonora,
Like you're not there. Like,
do you remember that time that Eleonora, like, totally, what would be something embarrassing that you could do?
maybe she was like,
I don't know.
what would be like,
Eleanor's pretty good.
yeah, we'll think of like back to like embarrassing high school memory, but like instead of making it in like a high school setting, put it like in a different setting. Oh, she has one. She's just trying to figure out.
No.
Really?
Well, so she's going to say, do you remember the time that Eleanor totally botched that job in Luskin? And Kyle says, "Oh yes, I remember that. She was such an amateur back then. I can't say she's improved much nowadays either."
Currently has their wallets.
Hey, Kyle.
But the thing is that she totally botched the job.
Bonnie botched the job?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Kyle. Do you remember that time you mistook me for Bonnie? That was a fun night.
Oh
And then I walked away.
no!
You try to walk away.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The seeds are planted.
Yeah, Kyle just looks like, "What?" And then Bonnie is going to,
Please smack him. What? That's his fault.
He should have known better.
Changing rules are different. So Bonnie's going to swing her mug at you.
Okay.
But it will miss.
I feel like instinctively it would just be me, like catching her arm, like again, sign of like feral instinct.
Suddenly, Madame Merkel is just gone.
Yeah, in the middle of reading, and then I think,
So you stopped the.
I hold her wrist in my hand. It won't end pretty if you try that again.
And
no augury can tell me that, bitch.
Yeah, you hear this. You hear the chair scoot back, and Yagra stands up and says, "I agree. It won't end pretty for you. Not you guys, but
I was like,
not you guys, but Bonnie and Kyle. Says, perhaps you'd better leave."
Two intimidating large women and that one tiny killer one.
And then Yagra's gonna look over at Barthol.
Yeah, I'm already like both hands on the bar, like.
And so Bonnie kind of looks around and
everybody's looking at her like
and she'll like rest her hand away and she'll say, "Fine. This place is a piss dump anyway." And then her and Kyle will leave. But as they're leaving, you can suddenly see that she's like through the window. She's like totally laying into Kyle.
How could you bring it back? How could you not tell the difference between us? Damn it.
I swear, babe, I didn't mean to.
About that time, I'll walk over where Yagra and Rabrakus and everyone is, and I'll present this fine bottle of brandy. I've been saving this for a very special occasion. And I'll pour everybody a drink.
Okay.
And I'll raise my glass. And I'll look at Yagra. Friends.
And she says,
to new beginnings.
And Yagra will say, "To companionship."
The weasel puts a glass up.
That again can be conflicting shot glass. Totally read or another way.
Do you smell that? I think the sausage is burning.
And she'll shoot it.
I feel like my mouth is on fire.
It is the good stuff.
Burns so good.
It goes through your body like you gotta be like trash. You're the size of the shot.
Derek, what are you doing?
Oh, and I'll go back to my little
I'm probably just watching the show.
I'll go with my little
Making sure like no blades are coming out and stuff
Right.
like that. But otherwise, I'm just sitting back.
Okay.
He likes the drama. He won't admit it, but he likes to watch it.
Hey, at least I'm not in the middle of it.
Yes, exactly.
And so as the night winds down, it's getting to that time. Yagra is pretty much the only person left in the bar.
Did Losser never find me?
It's also getting
Did Losser never find
that's
me?
right, Losser's there.
He just-
Losser's there. Did he ever meet Derek? Does he know who Derek is?
Yeah.
So Losser's gonna come up to you during the course of the night.
God damn, poor guy. He's like, maybe I got the wrong bar.
He says, "Oh, Derek.
Losser.
Oh, it's good to see you, my friend. It's not often I get out and about, but I decided to come down and see your quaint establishment, and I was hoping to lay eyes on that scaled beauty."
Oh, well, let me buy you a drink.
You're gonna need it.
He says, "Oh, that's very kind of you." He says, "I've just made a breakthrough in my research.
Oh.
I'd really like to discuss it with Rabrakus."
Well, I believe she is. Are you indisposed? Are you doing your thing?
Yeah.
You look back over.
I'm sitting at my table, and my eyes are just.
You don't even know what this means. You're just going.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want an appointment with him.
The person you're with is like.
I was speaking to the dead.
Well, she's currently incognito, so.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, is that Madam Merkel?
He says, oh, well, that's quite unfortunate. And the poor guy, he looks heartbroken.
Yeah, I feel so bad. I feel so shitty.
He says, well, perhaps I shouldn't stay too long then. But do tell her, I think I've figured out the source of all these strange creatures showing up around Waterdeep. I just thought she'd be interested.
More than likely, she will be.
Also, tell her that,
Aw, man, I feel like shit. You see me like, I'm like, fine, like.
tell her that, well, I was digging up a corpse the other night and I was thinking about her.
Oh. Yummy. Send him over. I feel like shit. At least I'll talk to him.
She's like,
Yeah, you see me like, no, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
I'll elbow Yaga.
oh, the tables have turned.
How the turn
Well-
have
Have it turn.
I'll tell you what, come with me. And I will actually take him out back to the loading dock
Okay.
and be like I said, she's incognito, she can't risk her cover. So I'll send her out to you.
He says, oh, it's like a frog carnage out here.
You're welcome to him. Just the top half of a frog.
I could use that.
He says, oh, that can be easily fixed. And he just picks up two halves, says some magic words, and slams them together. And now there's like a two-headed undead frog kind of like wobbling like a crab.
That's cool.
Like down the...
Nice.
And then I'll go back inside and tell Rad that he's out back. So you can maintain your Madam Merkel disguise.
I might be a little bit yeah.
So take it off before you go out there.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
She's like Superman.
I will go back into my normal weird
What's
powder
like a
clothing.
hat and a black veil?
Yeah, pretty much.
She just,
Yeah, that's it. Just take off the hat. Will you hold this on, Laura? I put it on you.
Madam Merkel?
in the middle of a range.
And then I will go to the loading
They just turn to you
dock.
and they go, so Madam Merkel, tell me.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
I do look just like you.
You look identical.
Oh,
that's right!
Oh, give me a deception.
Oh no! You're on my reputation!
I can give people like the funniest readings.
You're going to die in 3 days.
I'm going to be so discredited after this.
23. 23.
I mean, he's deceptive.
Yeah, people will like really believe it's Madam Merkel. So,
Only depressing news.
so you sneak out back to,
Yeah.
to talk to Losser.
I'll see a frog with like 2 heads, like.
Yeah, he's got like a bunch of them. And, when you come through, he says, "Ah, Maracus. Hello."
That's not mayonnaise, senor.
He says, "That's not it. That's not all that's in my hair." He says, "I discovered a promising property from he lists some like weird, obscure part of an organ or something like."
Spleen.
Yeah.
Yes, I really don't have that issue. I pat my
He
scales.
says, "Well, of course you've got all those beautiful spines."
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. How can I help you? I was told to come talk to you out of my incognito.
Oh yeah, I did want to blow your cover. but,
Incognito.
I have something
Incognito.
very important to tell you. I've discovered the source of all of these weird creatures that have been showing up.
Well, what is it?
I think that the town is under siege from a mind flare.
I'm like,
These,
oh man, I'm not deceptive at all. Wow!
these aberrant creatures stem from an alien place. These are the only things that can control them.
I've seen a mind flare once before,
He says, really?
and I barely survived.
He says, wow.
Hunter did.
And he's just completely enamored. He's just waiting for you to go on.
I know, it came out of a mirror.
Oh, that's the way of the future, isn't it?
It is way in the future.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
we did
know.
see one.
Yeah, we saw one. I just don't know.
We were first level.
Yeah, we were. I was only level 1.
Don't remember.
But a baby hatchling.
And he'll say,
How did you find this information out?
and he kind of like, he says, well, I've got my sources.
What are your sources?
And he says, well, a while back I nicked some books from the university. Some forbidden lore books.
Ooh, that intrigues me very much so.
Every time
Says,
that sound goes
I-
off, I flinch. Some
That
used to catching
but if we can capture the mind flare, we can extract its mind and take over the monsters. How interesting would that be? It'd be a good experiment anyway.
Yes, I agree. That is a perfect idea. Because I can, and then we have our undead armies on top of it.
Yes!
Nobody would stand a chance.
That's what I'm saying. Ravarakus, I've wanted to tell you something for so long.
Go on.
Roll insight.
Okay.
And he's going to get down on one knee. And he's going to
Gets down on both knees.
he tries to get on one knee, but he's unstable, so he gets down. He kind of squats, and then he just never mind. And he stands back up, and he's going to take your clawed hand, and he's going to present you with the. Trying to think of like a weird, a weird fucking thing. What would be like a weird body part, kind of like from some rare species or something like.
A ring, but there's a finger on it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. So yeah. So he's gonna give you a finger with a ring with a
He's like
finger in
trying
it.
to pull it off.
No, he's not even trying to pull it off. He hands it to you with the with the finger, and he says, Ravarakus, I'm not sure what lizard folk consider marriage in the swamps, but I would like to make an eternal pact with you.
Oh wow, a finger.
A pact to rule the world.
A finger. Wow. I'm really excited about this finger. The ring, I'm like, No, I'm kidding. I want to rule the world. And I feel like he's a pretty good guy. I don't know about romantically though. Well, I'm thinking for how much more entertaining it'll be in the future.
Right. Hey, what's up, big bees?
When we play
Right.
again, and then he makes an appearance. I think that would be so fun. So I will, I'm not sure what marriage is, but I hear there's a lot of paperwork. I don't like paperwork, but I can agree that we can rule the world together in the future.
He says, well, what about a blood pact?
I make one of those in the future too. Derek! I'm gonna get myself in trouble again! Because instinctively she would just be like, yeah, fuck yeah, blood! Yeah, fuck yeah, blood!
Oh yeah, and so yeah.
Do not lick my hand, I will slap you with it.
Actually, he does the blood pact with you. And
He doesn't
says,
let go.
Yeah. And he's gonna lean in for the kiss.
Yeah. I raise myself taller because he's small, right?
yeah.
He can just
then
kiss
he
my
just-
hand instead.
Yeah, he just abandons the
Very
notion. Yeah, so it's kind of that awkward, it's very awkward.
There's a height difference,
Yeah. And he's just like, I'll be back at my laboratory, but I think, but I look forward to doing this with you. As soon as we can locate that nasty mind flayer that's lurking somewhere in the city.
Yes, if you find any idea where this mind flayer may be, I want his brain, and I want him mostly dead.
And he says, and me the same.
Cool. Well, we'll make an appointment. Let me pull out my schedule. And I pull out like a fucking napkin. It's like slightly used. Can you write at a good appointment date? Derek says I need a better schedule.
Scrawl in there.
And it's literally like skin somebody alive.
Well,
Pickle the fingers.
well, goodbye, Reveracus. I hope that I hope to see you again soon.
Oh, it won't be long, I'm sure of it.
I hope so.
Yep, okay.
All right, bye.
If not. Bye.
Bye.
He's still standing in
Yeah.
the same spot.
Okay. You can go that way now.
Okay. And then he'll leave.
Oh, thank
He's trying to come back.
Derek! I felt bad for the tiny man.
Rasputin seen the whole
Was it just me, or was he greasier than last time?
He's very greasy, but it's kind of my turn a lot.
Alrighty then.
I made a pact with him that we would rule the world together. Not marriage. I told him I don't want paperwork, but I set up an appointment with him. And I show you my napkin. Pickle the fingers. Skin somebody alive.
Interesting.
Take over the
Stop
world.
by the barbers and collect the hair they don't need. Pick up some more celery. Find the mind
Underlined
flayer.
flies.
Yeah.
Fine mind player.
So, and so now the night is finally closing down to an end. It's dwindling down. Yagra's the only person at the bar. And she says, Bartholomew, could we perhaps talk? And it's like time. It's time for Esselby to show up to meet you at your window.
Nope, go get
Yeah, bro, I'm not feeling very well. Can I get you a carrot?
You have a deception check?
Yeah, I feel like every time she comes in, she wants to talk to him. She's like, "Can we talk?" He's like, "We've had this discussion." But every time, he doesn't want to hurt her feelings, so he's like, "Yeah." This is high school drama. I'm loving it.
I can't do regular checks, so I'm happy to use some real dice.
Uh-oh.
He rolled like a hit.
Yeah. 10 plus 14.
10 plus 14?
24 now. 10 14 total.
14 total. So,
And I'll sell it like that brandy was so much.
I mean, look at Raph.
and she says, "Oh look, Bartholomew, I understand. We can talk some other time. Perhaps a nice tonic would make you feel better. I think I have one. I can bring it back to you."
I think perhaps I just need to lie down, but feel free to take the carrots home.
The carriage?
Get the fuck out.
Hunter pulls up with a cart.
Yeah, it's
We don't have carriage.
Well, do we not?
No, we don't.
Oh, we left it at the.
Yeah, we
We just rented it for the night.
Oh, okay.
They never returned it.
We told them where it was so they could pick it up.
But yes, come back another time, and we can talk.
Okay.
And I'll kind of like groan my way up the stairs.
Alright, cool. And so, yeah, she'll leave. When you get up to the top of the stairs, you get to your room. You go inside. Your window is open.
It's open.
She's on the bed. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Now I'm like getting spruced up.
Okay. You'll hear a
And I'll go over to the window.
and they are sort of like on the rooftop, like not next to the window, but like not right next to the window, but kind of close. You can see decked out in her full garb. You see the Black Viper like crouching on the roof. When she sees you come to the window, she will approach to get like right next to the window.
That's on the second floor, so I guess I will crawl down.
Okay.
Or we'll see crawl up.
Either way.
I'll say it could be
She's
like
right at
our
the window.
Damn,
It could be
she's
like our
pretty.
window
I
where
just
it's
had
like
to look her
the.
up.
Alright.
She's very pretty.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, I'll invite her in. Please come
That's
in.
another.
And she'll say, I think we can talk shop from where we are.
Well, perhaps would you like me to come out there?
You may.
No, I'll crawl out the window.
She says, and she kind of folds her arms. She says, I've done my research on you, Rival, and I'm not one of these common girls.
Pulls out a sausage.
Whatever do you mean?
She says, I know your tricks. I know Luskin men like yourself.
I'm not the average. What is you?
She says, that remains to be seen.
Fair enough.
But down to business.
Absolutely.
So, I have the stone. Not on me, but it's speaking to me. It's telling me things.
She's going crazy.
Literally?
It's revealing locations to me that I believe will bring me closer to the treasure. But I'm going to need some help.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Mm-hmm.
I have resources,
Mm-hmm.
as you know,
Mm-hmm.
the Golden Company.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I've been thinking about it, and we need to form an alliance and work this together. I know that you say that, you know, that's a heavy split.
It is a heavy split. So I have a counter offer. What if we form an alliance and use the Golden Company to get us where we need to go, and then we make off with the treasure?
That's what we're doing.
Well, that comes as somewhat of a surprise to hear you say.
What do you mean?
Well, I thought you were, you know, with your history, according to, what's her name? What's her name from the party?
Haventree?
Haventree. You know, as far as Haventree is concerned, you're coming into a new sense of.
Haventree wants me to be one of her little spies. She just wants to use me like a tool. I want to reclaim my family's honor and set myself back up in Waterdeep as an independent noble. And finally return my family's name to honor.
So you're proposing that I use my friends
Mm-hmm.
to help us.
Out of the costume.
Mm-hmm. And then we split it 50-50.
back.
And what would become of us?
Very bold.
And she says, she says, I won't lie, Barthel. I am deeply attracted to you. However, I am not some blushing maiden. I'm not one of these peasant girls whom you can woo at your whim. And she says, I am open to considering other alliances with you, but I need time to observe you. I need time to take you in and see who you are.
Okay, that's fair, but after you set up in Waterdeep, you're gonna have a lot of enemies.
She says that if you haven't seen already, that is the way Waterdeep works.
You got a fair point.
The rest of the Golden Company has glass up to the door, like.
Okay, you got a deal.
What's going on in
And
Bartram?
she holds her hand out to shake on
I'll receive it and shake on it.
it. Okay.
He's whipped.
Yeah, and she'll hold eye contact for a moment. Give me an insight.
You're charmed.
Not a single bit of that didn't sound sexual.
15 plus something.
15 plus something?
18.
Okay. Yeah. This is like you're reading the situation, and like she's holding the eyes, like she's holding the gaze with you. She's
Touching you?
Yeah. She's holding your. She's shaking and kind of holding your hand like a longer amount of time than normal. You think this is the time for possibly a kiss?
Yep. I'll go in. I go in for the.
That's what you
All
hear
right,
downstairs.
and then this will be versus your AC.
100 necrotic
That
damage.
black viper kiss.
Fucking poison ivy up in this bitch.
The scene goes to black.
No. She will.
Boy.
She will let you kiss her. She will kiss you back, for a moment, and then she will kind of like push away from you. She says, "I'm trusting you, Barthol."
And how will you be contacting me?
And she says,
The snake appears around you.
Tiny bird.
"Yeah, she this like silver raven comes down and like lands on her shoulder, and she says, besides an entry into the Waterdeep noble scene, this is probably the only useful thing that Amalia has ever given me." And she says, "I will send the bird to communicate with you."
Okay.
Alright. And I believe that is where we will call it for the night. And then the lasting final moment.
I grabbed the flashlight.
Versus your AC. Yeah, and then she'll kind of like back off of the roof and just kind of disappear into the dark. You'll hear the Batman like and then she's just gone. So the lasting image, the final scene, I think is. Does anyone have any recommendations first of all?
I was thinking about the little kid. The
Oh,
frog
really?
kid.
Okay.
He's pulling up some boxes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the back
yeah,
door.
Yeah, he's like laying low, like in a swamp somewhere just outside the city, like like an alligator kind of.
Frog
And all the
in
frogs
hand.
are just like coming to him. He stands up, he's covered in frogs.
He's got a charm.
Perfect.
He's got a frog.
Unless
flute.
you had an idea. You do. Say it.
I did, but
Get his butt touched.
Come on.
so my final scene was as you and Esselie are like sharing a kiss on the rooftop. A broken-hearted Yagra stares up at the roof. outside your window.
No! I was also thinking of Wilford. He's like,
Damn it.
He's there too.
he's like, check this shit out.
I'm just there as always.
She gazes on and just like you can see her like her jaw like clenching and trembling with rage.
Ooh, that's a yikes.
That is perfect ending.
All right.
You asshole!
And so that's it. So let's see. Big B's.
Get butt touch before you leave.
Popcorn and goop.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if 2 people's enough for a raid.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
So
enough
just-
for a raid either. But thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out and sharing the story with us.
Let's do a unison by when I say go,
Oh,
okay?
Lord. Oh Lord, I'm not ready.
3,
Okay. I'm ready.
2, 1,
All right.
go.
Bye.